like today, folks, we're back in the container, do some more spannering on this old junker. We're going to get the forks back on and hopefully get the brakes all back on with the new master cylinder, get it all bled up, looking nice. Touch wood, this time it'll all go to plan. That's the forks in. I've somehow ended up losing a bloody pinch bolt for the bottom end of the fork for the axle, but helps if I set the torque wrench to the correct torque. 20 newton meters for these ones. The top ones go to 23. Click, miss, and click. That's the same on the other side. Now, I know there's always going to be some bugger that's sat there and is going to go, oh, tight's tight, what are you using a torque wrench for? Two reasons. You can stretch it and bugger it. And the second reason, I like the clicking noise, so fuck you. Now just the top ones. That's a pair of forks in a motorbike. Easy as that. I don't think that's the right size, is it? Nope, that's like putting a hot dog down an alleyway. The top ones go to 23. So these things scare me, so I'm going to torque it in stages. When I was working on the ASV for the first time, I was torquing this up, only to realise that the thread had been knackered by somebody over tightening it, and I was hit by the infinite spinning syndrome, i.e. knackered thread. Brilliant way to ruin an afternoon. Click. It's only 3 more newton meters, so it's not really like it's going to do much, but you should have at least a little bit of turn. Perfect. She's too tight. That's going nowhere. And the reason I say that is because if you don't say that, it will fall off. It's like using a ratchet screw. That is the handlebars, clip-ons, if you will. I am going to slightly alter these. So they should sit here. I'm going to clamp it so it's not there. That way it's a little bit straighter. I think about there. Now, I haven't got the fairings on yet to be able to see if it's actually going to work, but that's a problem for when I actually get them back. Now, there is a technique to fitting bike wheels. The first one being, don't lose one of your spacers. Shit. Now that's over and done with. Ordinarily, I would lift it up and use my foot to hold it. The front's so much easier than the back. There we go. Pop Mr. Man in. Thread it on. Now I'm not tightening the wheel because I'm only doing this so I can bleed the brakes. The wheel's actually coming back off again because it is balanced. That'll do. I'm only doing the brakes anyway, so I don't need it to be a... Anyway, now bonus points for anyone that can spot the fatal error that I made and rectified off of camera earlier on. If you guess correctly, you get a packet of Watsits. Consider that a punishment for outing me. Cheese dust all over your appendages and your digits. And then for knocking my freshly painted wheels. There we are. Buckle bolts. Bolt the calipers on. Then I'll hook up the brake lines and promptly get the master cylinder fitted. And then try and find something to bleed it with. Somewhere. Probably got a bit of hose somewhere. It's alright there, maybe. Right, well, now I'm swapping over the master cylinders because this one's just guff, it's horrible. I've got my HEL one down there off of the SV, so I'm just going to recycle that. Now, a master cylinder doesn't actually, I mean, it kind of does and it doesn't. Like, its whole purpose isn't to give you stronger braking force. The idea is it gives you better feel. So like your stock master cylinders, it's like an on and off switches. All brake for a naff, get no brake. That is a gradual progressive feel through the lever until eventually you grab too much of it and end over yourself and knock it on a track. Don't know anyone that's done that. So you basically just got the two clamps up here. Loosen that before you do it, and it'll come off. If you take off the reservoir. Right, well, the HEL master cylinder is on, just here. I've had to do a bit of jiggery pokery. The starter button wouldn't allow it in, so I've had to move that over to the right to allow room for the master cylinder, but hey ho. We're all bled up, although I am going to tie up the lever and just leave it overnight. When I come back, I'm just going to let that sit on top of. When I come back, I'll give it a final bleed through, and then I will swap over to this zesty stuff. If you go to my JBM number 25 Facebook page, you will find a link for Orca Motorsport where you can purchase the best brake fluid in the world. Fairly happy enough. Next time we're going to get the back wheel on, we're looking at getting a chain, we're going to swap it to GP shift, and hopefully sooner rather than later we'll have some body work so you can see the new livery. Catch us next time.